Good morning. Whether you are here in person or watching at home, it's good to be with you this morning. It's good for all of us to be together. As we gather this morning, let me share with you a poem titled "The Way It Is" by William Stafford. There's a thread you follow. It goes among things that change, but it doesn't change. People wonder about what you are pursuing. You have to explain about the thread. But it is hard for others to see. While you hold it, you can't get lost. Tragedies happen, people get hurt or die, and you suffer and get old. Nothing you do can stop time's unfolding. You don't ever let go of the thread. Come, my friends, with our hearts open to both the challenges and possibilities that this new day and new week bring.
The flaming chalice is the symbol of the Unitarian Universalist tradition, the liberal religious tradition to which this congregation belongs. Will those of you here in person please stand as you are able and join me in our chalice lighting. If you have a chalice at home, I invite you to light it with me at this time. As we kindle this flame, we recommit ourselves to nurturing the spirits of one another and the common good of the world we share. May the light of this flame be welcoming to all who seek a liberal religious home.
For those of you already standing, I invite you to remain standing for our opening hymn. Our opening hymn this morning is "We Belong to Each Other." The words are up on the screen.
We will sing this 2 times in unison. I invite you to listen the first time and then join in the second time. Then we will sing it in imitation. This half can stick with me, and this half can sing with Dana.
Just like we are theirs. We belong to them, and they belong to us. Everyone, oh everyone of these people are ours, just like we are. We belong to them, and they belong to us. Everyone, oh everyone of these people are ours, just like we are. Everyone of these people are ours, just like we belong to them. Just like everyone, these people are ours. We belong to them.
just like
Everyone, oh everyone, oh everyone, all these people are ours, just
we
like
belong to them,
are.
and they belong to us. We belong to them, and they belong to us.
Hello. My name is Abby, and I'm glad to serve as part of your worship team this morning. Whether you are a first-time visitor or longtime member, I'd like to offer you a special welcome. Here at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Raleigh, we are intentionally inclusive, liberally religious, and actively serving the common good of the world we share. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your own religious journey, you are welcome here. This morning, one of our lay ministers will be available in the front right corner of the sanctuary after the service to talk with anyone who might be experiencing any difficult circumstances in their lives and would like to talk to somebody. I hope all of you will read through the chalice you received by email on Friday about everything happening here around UUFR, or check out the upcoming events section of our website. I'd like to remind all of us that a memorial service for Jay Goodman will be held this Saturday, March 14th at 10:30 a.m. here in the sanctuary. A reception will follow the service. We have one special announcement this morning from Dana.
Good morning. Our opening hymn today comes from the Singing Resistance Songbook, a free resource online that was created by the Singing Resistance organization. Last week, I had the privilege of going to a training at the UU Greensboro Church to learn more about the singing resistance movement that began leading singing at protests in Minneapolis with hundreds and then thousands of protesters. Maybe some of you have seen them on your social media. There have been a lot of little videos taken of those. And what I learned is that these songs don't require any special singing ability. These songs are actually powerful tools for everyone to help build a more dynamic, more sustainable way of gathering people to resist the injustices that are becoming all too easy to numb out to. And I learned that these songs are also a tool for tending to our broken hearts. Next Saturday, I am so enormously grateful that our own monthly Saturday social potluck at 5:30 will have a singing resistance training happening right afterwards at 6:30 in the sanctuary with our own music director, Jean Marie. Everyone is invited to learn more of these songs, learn more about the justice work that singing resistance groups can do together, and discuss opportunities to share these songs locally together at protests, like the upcoming No King's Day protest that Reverend Carrie, Jean Marie, and myself are planning to attend. And to make it even easier, we are offering childcare for all ages during this training over in Peace Hall. You can sign up to bring a dish or sign up for childcare on our website or by using one of the many flyers that are posted all around this building. I hope that you are able to join us.
Thank you, Dana. Our in-person social hour this morning will be downstairs in Founders Hall. If you're new this morning, you are especially welcome to join us, and I'd like to remind everyone to please make a special effort to say hello to anyone new. I now invite you to meet and greet your neighbor.
continue these conversations over a beverage at social hour. This is the time in our service when we acknowledge some of the joys and some of the sorrows of this community. We do this because we believe a joy shared is a joy made even greater, and a sorrow shared is made easier to bear. I lit a candle this morning on behalf of all of us. Last week, the United States began a military attack on Iran. This morning, may we hold in our hearts all of the people serving in the U.S. Armed Forces and their families, especially the families of those Americans who have already died in this conflict. May we hold in our hearts all of the people of the Middle East, and especially the people of Iran, who both yearn for greater freedom and fear for their safety. May we lift up our hope that this conflict may end as quickly and as peaceably as possible. As Reverend James announced briefly last week, Bob Fern, UUFR's oldest member, died on Wednesday, February 25th, at the age of 97. A memorial service will be held here at UUFR on May 23rd. As we give thanks for Bob's life, may we hold in our hearts those who grieve his loss the most. Kyra Daniker's mother died unexpectedly on February 26th. May we hold Kyra and her family in our hearts. Pat Ward, a member of UUFR for over 2 decades, suffered a health crisis last Wednesday. She is fine, in the care of a medical team, and will be for some time to come. May we keep Pat in our thoughts and hearts during this time of transition. Anastasia Brown shares that they recently lost one job and had their hours reduced at another. Anastasia, we wish you the best during this difficult time. A belated happy wedding anniversary to Jim and Beth Flanagan, who celebrated 35 years of marriage on March 2nd. And may we wish continued healing to Beth as she recovers from her recent surgery. Matthew Barham and Kathleen Melvin shared the joy that after a months-long search, Matt has been offered a paralegal role. Congratulations. They also share their sorrow that this role is in Boone, and they moved this past week. However, they also share the joy that Boone is not that far from Raleigh, and with family in Raleigh, they plan to remain members here at UUFR and remain involved in the UUFR community. Matt and Kathleen, we miss you already. Hope you are settling into your new home and can't wait to see you again soon. As we hold these shared joys and sorrows in our hearts and reflect on the joys and sorrows, fears and hopes of our own lives, let's be together in stillness and in silence, opening ourselves to that spirit within us and amidst us, called by many names, but known to every human heart, that leads us to a fuller and deeper and richer experience of life. After the silence, we will sing together hymn 1002, Comfort Me. But for now, let's be together in stillness and in silence.
Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, oh my soul. Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul.
Good morning. My name is Carolyn Doe. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a member of your board of directors. I will be downstairs at social hour after the worship service. If you have any questions you'd like to ask me about the board, talk to me about any concerns you may have, or just to say hi. Pledge materials for our annual generosity campaign were sent out this week. All members are asked to return pledge forms to UUFR to support UUFR in its upcoming fiscal year by March 31st. You can also make a pledge for our next fiscal year by clicking the pledge button on the front page of our website. As for supporting UUFR during the fiscal year, for those of you who have set up automated giving to UUFR or send in a check by mail every month, I'd like to thank you now for your generosity. If you'd like to make a contribution in person this morning, we invite you to bring it forward and put it in one of the offering plates. If you would prefer to have an usher come to you, please raise your hand. You may also give using one of the methods on your screen. Our offering will now be given and gratefully received.
The past 3 years, a cozy group of college students have gathered weekly to pause for an hour or so together to connect around our Unitarian Universalist faith. We explore monthly spiritual themes through quotes and deep questions. We do some rituals that are simple and fun, like using flash paper to let go of things we need to. We do a water communion adaptation with our favorite type of drink at the very beginning of the year. And we pour it to make a big brown sludge. We don't drink it or do anything, but We also have Doreen come and lead us in soul collage, and sometimes we just do silly things like paint pumpkins and play games. But every single time, we make space for us to share our joys and sorrows so that we can listen deeply to ourselves and one another. It's one of the most lovely parts of my week to hear these rich reflections from these young adults. And I'm really honored that they are willing to spend their morning in this sanctuary today to share their insights with all of us together. Today, our campus ministry students want to reflect on the hidden struggles they've faced in what so many people call the best 4 years of our lives. They'll also share some of the wisdom they found in that process.
We have a reading this morning from Celtic writer John O'Donohue. At any time you can ask yourself, at which threshold am I now standing? At this time in my life, what am I leaving? Where am I about to enter? At this threshold, a great complexity of emotions comes alive. Confusion, fear, excitement, sadness, hope. It is wise in your own life to be able to recognize and acknowledge the key thresholds, to take your time, to feel all the varieties of presence that accrue there, to listen inward with complete attention until you hear the inner voice calling you forward.
Good morning. A few days ago, someone I hadn't seen in a while asked me the question that every college student tends to dread. So what's the plan after graduation? And I gave the answer I've gotten good at giving, something about keeping my options open, exploring different paths. I've always wanted to and continue to want to be a scientist. What I didn't say, what I felt I couldn't say at a dinner table full of people who love me and want to be reassured, is I have no idea. Not in the normal way, not in the I'm 21 and still figuring it out way, well, somewhat in that way. I mean that when I try to picture what's ahead of me, the image has trouble even beginning to form. I think every generation of college students has faced uncertainty. That's not new, and I have a cynical tendency, maybe even a bad habit, to roll my eyes at people who seem to believe their pain is novel and something never felt before, includes myself. But I want to try to name what feels different about ours, because I think it matters, especially in a place like UUFR today, where people of different generations are trying to come together and understand each other. When many of you were in college, you faced real uncertainty too. What's my major? Where will I live? Who will I become? Those are big, scary questions. But underneath them, there was a kind of faith, not religious faith necessarily, but a basic trust that the world would hold its shape long enough for you to find your place in it. Or at least, if the world were annihilated by nuclear war, you probably wouldn't be expected to pay your student loans any longer. For a lot of us now, on top of not knowing exactly which path to take, we're not even sure that the paths exist in the same way. The job market reinvents itself every few years. Entire industries appear and vanish. Young scientists, only a few years ahead in the path I happen to choose, have had the doors shut in front of them, largely on the whim of shifting political winds and funding cuts. AI, whether warranted or not, is rewriting the rules of careers that people spent decades building. The climate is shifting, the political ground is shifting, housing is more expensive than it's ever been, to the point where I and many of my peers have somewhat given up on home ownership as an aspiration. Even the social scripts for how to make and keep friends have changed. We move constantly. We communicate through screens. The communities that used to form naturally around neighborhoods and churches and workplaces, and even institutions of college like clubs, quads, and bars, have thinned out, or at least feel more scattered and inauthentic. I want to be honest with you about what that feels like, because I think the best 4 years of your life can accidentally become a kind of pressure. It implies that this is the easy part, and that the world is laid out before us like a gift, and all we have to do is enjoy it. And there's real joy in college, don't get me wrong, but there's also a quiet grief that I think a lot of students carry and don't name. A grief for certainty we are told we'd have by now. A grief for friendships we know will scatter. A low hum of what if none of this holds together that plays underneath even the good days. I hope not to sound too apocalyptic, and I think our generation, among everything, could do with less cynicism and more hope. But it is, to put it as concisely as possible, rough out there. The thing I've been learning, slowly and partly through this community, is that when old certainties thin out, you find out what's actually solid. If pain and loss and grief create anything beyond calluses, it's gratitude. For me, above all else, that's been people. My family, my girlfriend, the friends who I know will pick up the phone no matter what zip code they're in. This UU community, where I can say all of this out loud and not be met with a pep talk or empty reinsurance. If I wanted that, I probably would have gone to ChatGPT. I don't have a 5-year plan. I can't tell you what city I'll live in or what I'll be doing. But I'm learning that maybe the most honest response to uncertainty isn't to pretend you have a plan. It's to hold on to the people and the values that will be true no matter what comes. Hold on to that rope that keeps you stable. I know it's trite, but it's a reminder we often all need, especially for people like me and many of the Unitarian Universalists I have met who are utterly skeptical of anything resembling faith. And yet here I am, standing in a church, telling you that the thing keeping me together is trust in other people. Trust in my values, and enough trust in the world to keep getting out of bed every morning. Maybe that's what faith actually is. I don't know, but it's what I've got. Thank you.
Good morning. My whole life, I've been waiting to get to the next step. In preschool, and this is an actual quote, I couldn't wait to start elementary school so I could get homework and stop pretending that my coloring books were homework. In elementary school, I couldn't wait to choose my electives in middle school. And when I get to middle school, I was so ready to go to high school where I could run my own clubs and take AP classes. In high school, all the work I did was to get into a good college. And now that I'm in a good college, I find myself anxious to graduate and start working. In 2 months, I'm moving by myself to Hopewell, Virginia, to work full-time as a chemical process engineer for the second largest paper company in the world. And I have a sneaking suspicion that while I'm there, all I'll be thinking about is going back to classes. I have a bad habit of thinking in the future and not focusing on the present. It's hard to focus on the present when it feels like everything in the world has gone to shit. There are a lot of amazing things happening to me in the present. I have amazing friends, I have freedom, I have independence, I have control over what I do in a day. I have great professors who see me as a person and not as a number, and yet I can't help that feeling of being stuck in limbo. But what if the problem isn't college? What if the problem is the way we've been taught to think about time? We grow up believing life is a staircase. Each step is just preparation for the next one. Elementary school prepares you for middle school prepares you for high school prepares you for college, and college prepares you for real life. And somewhere along the way, we internalize the idea that where we are right now is never the point, it's just a waiting room. So when people say college is supposed to be the best years of your life, it feels like pressure more than comfort. If this is the peak, why does it sometimes feel so uncertain? Why does it still feel like I'm preparing for something else? The danger in calling college the best years of your life is that it quietly suggests everything after is downhill. That adulthood is just responsibility, decline, and taxes. But I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that joy has an expiration date at 22. Maybe college isn't the best years of your life. Maybe it's one messy, confusing, formative chapter. Maybe every stage feels incomplete because we're always growing out of it. Maybe the goal isn't to arrive somewhere better, but to learn how to be where we are. Because the truth is, I have amazing friends right now. I have freedom right now. I have independence right now. And if I spend all this time waiting for the next thing, I risk turning even the best years of my life into another waiting room. Thank you.
If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Lord, I'm one, Lord, I'm two, Lord, I'm three, Lord, I'm four, Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home, away from home, away from home, away from home, away from home. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Not a shirt on my back, not a penny to my name. Lord, I can't go home this away, this away, this away, this away, this away. Lord, I can't go home this away. If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles.
Good morning. Over and over, I have been told that college would be the peak of my life. This is my chance to carve my path to forge a beautiful, successful, and fulfilling life. Unfortunately, when you are surrounded by 38,000 people, it is easy to get lost. When your effort is measured by a single letter, it is easy to feel unappreciated. Over and over, I have caught myself wondering what the point is. College is supposed to be a stepping stone, but when I look at the world, I see nothing left to step to. I was strapped to a ticking clock, constantly aware that my prime was running out, but unable to do anything about it. I spent every day from August to November in constant panic. Panic that my life would be worthless, that I would never succeed in a meaningful way. Panic that I would never mean anything to anyone else, and that I would spend my life only being understood by myself. I felt too much. I felt everything. The ache of emptiness and the ache of always being chosen last. But I know I've been here before. I recently found a line in my journal from last summer when I wrote, "The strongest part of you is the very root of your agony." This gave me pause, and I was brought back to the struggle that led to that insight. To the voices in my head telling me I was behind, that I was failing. I would never be enough to make a path in the world, and I would never belong to anything. I was just a person who was fine at anything, but excelled at nothing. I know now that I was last, even to myself. I didn't sink any of the love I could so easily throw into the hands of a stranger into myself. I got not a single drop of it. I fantasized of running away to a hut in the woods, away from all of my problems. But if I were to step into the woods with nothing but myself, the only thing I would ever discover is I was the one person worth fighting for. I was the one who needed my love. I was the one who suffered at my own hand. Not another soul has touched me with as much hatred as my own. I am the bully and the bullied. College has always been less about the classes and more about myself. It was a new town with new people and more challenges than I anticipated. Not biochem nor organic chemistry too ever compared to the struggle I put myself through with the constant mental battle I have had to fight. The strength I have gained is not entirely academic. What I've gained is a life lesson that will live with me forever. I suffer because I am human. I am human because I suffer. I expect the cycle. I am no stranger to pain. I live in it just as everyone does. The strongest part of me is the very root of my agony. So I must root my feet in the ground and turn to face what I have been running from. I can trust that it will be okay, and all there is left for me to do is try. I will not spend my life abandoning myself, and I hope no one here does either.
Good morning. As a graduate student, I get a lot of questions about undergraduate life. If I could do it all over again, what would I do? What did I feel like I missed out on? What do I regret? Many students are asking me how to make the most of these 4 years, to create something unforgettable. Each time the question is asked, I have to dance awkwardly around it, because I know they're asking about an undergraduate experience that I did not have and never will have. And I worry they will find no satisfaction in my answer. My time as a bachelor's student in mass communication was spent in my trade of newspaper journalism, regularly putting in 80-hour weeks at the paper and taking on writing gigs at other publications on the side. Classes were rather inconsequential, and I rarely attended them, dropping anything that had mandatory attendance if I could get around the credit requirement that they were fulfilling. To me, courses were a checked series of boxes on some auditing spreadsheet that I would never see. The real work was here, on the ground, driving back and forth between campus and the county courthouse, pouring through document requests with my co-editor over Beef O'Brady's appetizer sampler we got from the student union, the only food both of us would eat that day. We were always in that dimly lit newspaper basement. We wandered campus searching for stories and came back to a windowless dungeon to write them. To uphold our journalistic ethic of detached objectivity, my coworkers and I never let ourselves become part of the campus community. We were ghosts, reporting on others, taking opportunities that were available to us as well, but at the time we felt would compromise our integrity. I didn't attend the University of South Florida. I attended its student newspaper. So when I went to the University of Iowa to start my master's degree, I thought it was a chance to try again, to be a Hawkeye. But as anyone who has attended graduate school can tell you, the undergraduate experience isn't exactly within your grasp. On day one, I started a teaching assistantship and took on 90 undergraduate students, mostly freshmen and sophomores, whom I encountered whenever I went anywhere in town. One of them even tapped me on the shoulder during happy hour to ask if I had graded his essay yet. To my faculty, I was a student, but to everyone else, I was faculty. Feeling like a part of campus was a difficult task when you were suspended in alternate states at every interaction. In my undergrad, the detachment I had from the university to be a good journalist felt like a noble sacrifice. As a master's student with no such obligations, it just felt like isolation. I reflect on this as my 4 years of tenure at North Carolina State University as a PhD student comes to a close. On March 19th, 2026, I will defend my dissertation. Thank you. Thank you. Concluding a journey more challenging than I could have envisioned. I will say once again that I did not redeem my ideal undergraduate experience voucher. And with a terminal degree, there isn't really another opportunity to, if there ever really was. But what would it be worth? If I've learned anything over my decade in higher education, it is that it is best to treat each new experience as it comes. There is no ideal undergraduate experience, no more than there is an ideal master's or PhD experience. There is no formula, no perfect level of involvement with a wonderful work-life balance, a well-rounded social circle, and a stage set for all the right kinds of intrapersonal and interpersonal growth. College is a place, a community, and as we all know at UUFR, communities are not gifted to us as their ideals. They are made, shaped, forged. They must be cultivated. They cannot be made alone. They will weather great storms, and they will be something different to everyone. I don't regret anything about those nights sending the paper at 2 a.m. and then getting dinner with my coworkers before attempting to sleep before my 8:30 a.m. mandatory foreign language course. I don't regret the time spent decorating my office and filling it with free goodies for the office hours that my students never attended. I don't regret enrolling in and taking a course that had absolutely nothing to do with my research to fulfill a methods requirement that my program would drop the semester after. I cannot regret these things because they are experiences given to me that I have a choice to take in, shape into memories, and build into a story that I carry with me. When we step into formative journeys like college, we must make space for disappointment, for regret, for the wonder and bitterness of what was left unfinished or unpursued. These feelings are sacred pieces of our larger negotiation with life's winding path. In the tangle of past actions, present feelings, and future wants, there is a depth of wonder and possibility that could not be anything other than divine.
Can we show some appreciation for all of our campus ministry students one more time? Will you please stand as you are able for our closing hymn? Our closing hymn this morning is As We Carry This Flame Forward, and the words will be on the screen.
As we carry this flame forward, we hold true to what we know. As we carry this flame forward, we leave space for us to grow. This flame represents a place where all are valued, all belong. With this flame we speak to power. With this flame we join in song. As we carry this flame forward, hand in hand, we heed the call to do justice, kindness, mercy, equity, and peace to all. This flame represents a people found in every faith and creed, people who commit to serving all their neighbors and their needs. As we carry this flame forward, it goes with us as a light. As we carry this flame forward, a new world, our future bright. This flame represents a promise, one we make with the divine. A new world we are creating, we can make tomorrow shine.
As we end this time of worship together, may we do so with ever more love for one another, with ever more gratitude for this precious gift of life we share this very day, with ever more peace in our hearts, with ever more hope for our own lives and this world we share. Amen.